Let's start with disruptive disorders. In fact, this is the commonest group. Patients will come for this. I don't know how much or many of us will come with ADHD mild cases unless they are very, very grossly disturbed. But conduct disorder is something which you will see very, very common in your practice. So what are the three main? Attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Okay, and the three main characteristic symptoms are impulsivity, inattention and motor hyperactivity. So they are very restless. If they'll come to your room, they'll be moving around. They won't sit in one place at all. And they have very, very poor attention span. They cannot concentrate. So they may be very intelligent, but because of their inattentiveness and they are moving around, it becomes very, very difficult for them to sit in one place. And so they also have problems in their education and scholastic. So it is not only seen in children but also in adults. It's a very common, and now more and more people are. And then there are three main types: predominantly inattentive, predominantly hyperactive impulsive, or a combined form. So it manifests differently as the person develops. So when you see as a toddler, it will be different. When you grow up, it becomes different. And generally they believe it is congenital and lifelong, which is good for us. Because once you think it is congenital and lifelong, it means they have no treatment. They have treatment like Ritalin. Some of them use antipsychotic drugs. They have this methylphenidate, or they have advice. Some drugs which will really calm their hyperactivity and make them little calmer. But they personally believe there is no treatment. It is symptomatic. But let me tell you, we have excellent result in this in homeopathy. Excellent result. In fact, this is one area where you can prove to them that we have very, very good results. So in general, during childhood and early adolescence, the symptoms of as they grow up, that means as the child grows up, generally the hyperactivity gets controlled. But and impulsivity also becomes a little better, but inattention continues to remain. So as adults, they will only have this lack of concentration. And also it affects, because of this, their social skills are affected, and their general adaptation also is affected. And because of this, because they don't fall into the normal group, many of them have developed other disorders, psychiatric disorders. Like for example, because of this, if you are doing some work, let's say you put me for music and I am not interested in music, and every time I go, everybody sings well and I am singing completely out of tune. After some time I will tell I don't want to go for the class. So because they cannot cope up with their education, they very often drop out, or they get into the group to make themselves feel important. One is you get high from getting very good marks in your exam, but if you can't get that high, then you try to get your high by getting into the wrong group and try to show, see, we are very smart, we are very bindas, or whatever you want to call. So very often they go into substance abuse. You will see those boys in a group standing out and smoking cigarettes, because they want to say, try to be different in a different way to assert that we are better than you all. Then often these car accidents, traffic violations, also because of their impulsivity. So very often these things are associated with these ADHD group. And eventually you also see, as they grow up, mood disorders. They have highs and low mood, somatization, psychosexual, and all other disorders come. But many of them, as they grow up, because they have problem with socializing, many of them, why should we treat if the hyperactivity is becoming less, impulsivity is becoming less? Problem is many of them might land up becoming antisocial. Antisocial means get into criminal activities, do certain things, because the straight way is difficult for them, so they go into the devious methods to make up for whatever is the loss. And also because they have got a lot of negative programming. All the time they have been told you are useless, you are like this, and a lot of criticism, which also affects their self-esteem. So they very easily, if I am like this, might as well do something like that. So very often they go into this antisocial. So what have you learned? From homeopathic point of view, how do you see this? Attention deficit hyperactivity. Any idea homeopathically what you will see? What sort of remedies will come?
Tarantula.
Tarantula, very good. What else? Arsenicum, I doubt. Tuberculinum, Meadorhinum, Anacardium. Okay. But the truth is, Anacardium also I have doubt, but can be possibly coming. You have to remember one thing, that generally people who are very restless fall into the miasm which is beyond psychosis. So many of them, like when we say tarantula, tarantula is also tubercular miasm, right? Then you say tuberculinum. So when you say tuberculinum, remember this is a nosode. So most of the tubercular remedies are the ones which you will see in this case. Most of the tubercular cases. So you will see something like, phos element will be very, very strong in this. Phosphorus. Tarantula might be very, very common. Even tuberculinum is very, very common. Calcarea, phos. Carcinosin may come, we'll show some cases. Carcinosin may come, but not always come. Like so I said, anacardium possibly will come. Arsenicum also is a cancer miasm. Natrum. Natrum by itself will not cause. Natrum is the one, I don't know how you see natrum. Natrum is the one, it's a mineral kingdom. Basically the feeling is they don't have enough sense of identity. So they are very much, they will follow whatever the mother says. Mother says do this, they will do this. They want to depend on other for their own ideas. And they'll be very indecisive, but there'll be no restlessness. In fact, restlessness is not there. So if you go into the periodic table, the remedies which you might get are on the right side of the periodic table. Phosphorus, oxygen, nitrogen. Generally, I don't know how much you all know about nitrogen and oxygen. Oxygen is one remedy which is very, very, very common in ADHD. You all only know about nitricums. But now we have to, as we develop our homeopathy and our skills, why not just nitrogen? If there's a patient with nitricum, why not just oxygen? Why always borax? Why not boron? So we have to have more and more specification. In those days there was not so much of specification when we came. But now we prescribe more and more boron, beryllium, lithium, nitrogen, oxygen, and both nitrogen and oxygen have their own specificity. In my opinion, nitrogen is very, very, it is just above phosphorus if you see in the periodic table, and it is very tubercular. And the whole feeling is, the feeling is of like a child which is in the birth process and coming out of the womb. So imagine there is an obstruction. What will happen? Let's say there is a cephalopelvic disproportion and the baby is in the process of coming out. It's a life and death situation. It's like I'm stuck in a narrow place, I have to break free or I can die. And very often nitrogen wants lot of space, wants to movement, because when you have movement, then you feel you are free. Because her inner delusion or his inner delusion is, I am stuck in a very narrow place. This is also the theme of tuberculinum. What does the tuberculum feel? I have to do a lot of things in a very short time, and they cannot, like operation, any form of closure on them, they want to break free. So remedies which want freedom, want space, want movement, these are the ones. And oxygen also is similar. And oxygen also, it is even stronger hyperactive than even nitrogen. I will not go too much into, because I don't know what method you all are using. We have so many methods. Generally, like in medical college, after you finish your MBBS, then you decide whether you want to go for gynec, pediatrics, psychiatry, surgery, whatever. I think now what has happened is there are so many specializations in homeopathy. After you have finished your